From Babane, I am Notile Sitole alongside Namaka. Their Majesties continue to lead the nation and regiment at the Little Inala, Eswatini and Engabezweni residences, respectively. The Ministry of Home Affairs has assured the nation that the issuing of passports and travel documents will resume on Thursday, the 21st of December 2023. The Ministry of Agriculture's Director of Agriculture, Nelson Mavuso, urges farmers to plant seeds that take 3 months for crops to ripe. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Regiments continue to attend the Inala Ceremony in large numbers at Engabezweni residence, where they are led by His Majesty King Eswatini III. This is after His Majesty left Eswatini residence and proceeded to Engabezweni residence.
La Qebetelago, Lutango and Imbali danced in harmony, lively and in a cheerful manner at Engabezweni Rare Residence, where they are led by His Majesty the Ingwenyama. The 2023 Little Inala began at a high note, such that on the first day, you'd swear it was the main Inala Day. This is a sign that the nation continues to embrace and conserve the Eswatini culture, as the kingdom is known very well in the whole world for protecting and keeping its heritage values and culture. Also present at Engabezweni Royal Residence were the Makosigati to His Majesty, the royal family, chiefs and many other dignitaries. On the news, I'm Polile Mazia at Engabezweni Royal Residence.
Her Majesty the Ndlovukazi continues to lead the nation at the Little Inala Eswatini Royal Residence. Eswatini came from far and wide and converged at the Royal Residence to participate in the sacred ceremony, which has entered its 6th day.
Her Majesty the Queen Mother continued to dance the Little Inala at Eswatini Royal Residence as the ceremony entered into its 6th day. During Monday's session, Her Majesty was joined by Emakosigati to His Majesty the King, Balondolozi, Their Royal Highnesses, the Princes and Princesses, and different regiments. Also joining Her Majesty was Prime Minister Russell Dlamini. As His Majesty the King moves toward the royal residences in the regions of the country, Her Majesty will remain at Eswatini Royal Residence.
The Ministry of Home Affairs has assured the nation that the issuing of passports and travel documents will resume on Thursday, the 21st of December 2023. This was disclosed by the Ministry's Communications Officer Mlambo Dlamini when giving an update on the progress of the renovations being undertaken at the Passport Production Center.
Our production center was actually held hazard even to our staff. That is one of the reasons that actually forced the ministry to close down the production center and enforce the renovations. The renovations in our production center actually affects a production countrywide because we have one production center whereby all the service centers depend on. In that way, it makes it difficult for us to produce any traveling document. There are means that we are doing as a ministry to try and assist those who are actually in emergencies, especially the ones that are going out of the country for medical purposes.
Some of the farmers whose crops, including maize, were destroyed by the recent hailstorm have started to plant again. The Ministry of Agriculture Director of Agriculture, Nelson Mavuso, urges farmers to plant seeds that take 3 months for crops to ripen.
Sipamandla Farmers Association Chairperson Saichen Slongonyane says about 70 farmers under the association were affected by the hailstorm. He adds that most of the farmers have indicated to the association that they want to try their luck once again. Meanwhile, Peggy Dlamini, speaking on behalf of a Gamete family that is also replanting, says the damage caused by the hailstorm in the fields have cost them at least 12,000 emalangeni. He says at this stage they will replant maize, not any other crop, with the hope that they will eventually have a pampa harvest at the end. On the other hand, the Minister of Agriculture, Director of Agriculture, Nelson Mavuso, says farmers who want to replant should seek guidance from the ministry's extension officers.
As long as
He went on to state that farmers should also consider to grow legume crops that are not easily affected by hailstorms.
Siyakhutsata sibalimi abakufake nalolu kukhula ngaphasi kwemhlabathi, especially bobhatata. Ngayinye i-household ibe nensimu lapho ilime ibhatata khona.
The farmers say they also grow the crops for commercial purposes in order to cater for their family needs. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla, Uthemba Shabangu Mbabane.
The head of Secretariat of the Office for the Prevention of People Trafficking and People Smuggling under the Prime Minister's Office, Nompumelelo Lukele, implores the public to be cautious when using social media platforms. They are part of the mediums used by traffickers to lure their victims.
During this period where everyone is excited, it is very easy to be carried away and offers may be in abundance. We would like to remind members of the public to ensure that they utilize appropriate channels whenever leaving the country. Use the designated ports of entry. Don't seek someone else to get those documents for you, but you follow through the processes themselves to make sure that you receive your actual documents and you keep those documents yourself. Even those who will be receiving visitors, whether it's domestic visit, a relative from local or somebody coming from outside the country, make sure that they are there for that purpose, nothing more, nothing less.
Lukele further explains that hotels and other places of leisure have the responsibility to ensure that their guests are not trafficked or smuggled, and failure to do so may result in their prosecution for harboring. Reporting, I'm Mbongwa Dube with Themba Shabangu in Babane.
The Royal Eswatini Police Service has assured Eswatini that their visibility will indeed be felt in public areas, especially on the country's roads, to ensure a road accident-free Eswatini. The Police Information Communication Officer, Pindile Vilakati, says they will continue to stage roadblocks across the country. Vilakati says they will also raid when necessary.
The increase in motor vehicles in the country's roads during the festive season increases the need for police visibility and road safety awareness. The Royal Eswatini Police Service have assured the nation that they will be visible even in unexpected places. The Police Information Communications Officer Pindile Vilagati says the roadblocks will be intensified.
Kuma roadblocks etfuke singacela ukuthi sive sisibeketelele siyathi ukuthi basekhona labaya emisebenzini
We will be visible in all the towns across the country. We also have strong patrol systems, especially at night, so people who might have ulterior motives will face justice. We urge Eswatini to ensure that they adhere to the speed limits because we will be having speed traps in unexpected places. Eswatini should be aware that we will also conduct raids in different areas.
Nokuthula Tala, a road safety officer from the Ministry of Public Works and Transport, says their officers are on the ground to ensure that Eswatini are made aware of the importance of practicing safety precautions on the roads. Tala says they had an engagement with public transport drivers earlier where they encouraged them to avoid overloading and overspeeding. Eswatini TV News, Sondomlangeni, Mbabane.
Hospice at Home has received a donation of clothes worth 80,200 Malangeni from Ackermans and meat worth 11,700 Malangeni from Mbiveni Meats and Buluzi Valley. According to Hospice at Home Director Zotwa Kamete, this initiative will benefit 1,560 of their patients. Kamete said this on Monday in Matapa.
The Hospice at Home Director Zotwa Kamete conveyed her heartfelt gratitude to the donors and further encourages Eswatini to normalize working collectively and assist those who are sick.
Siyabonga kubaka Ackermans lekungibona baqale lolu hambo lesilwenda konamhlanje lomsebenzi lesinawo wekuthi.
As Hospice at Home, we would like to thank Ackermans, Mbiveni Meats and the Mbuluzi Valley for these donations, which will change the lives of many children across the country. We also encourage all Eswatini to take part in helping the sick.
Speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, Gogo Busisiwe Bukachwa says this initiative will play a huge role in closing the gap between the less privileged and well-off children in their respective communities, especially during this festive season.
Hey, ngiyabonga kakhulu ngibongela abatukulu le bakuthole kwegqoka.
This donation will help our vulnerable children to enjoy the festive season like other children. May God bless all the donors and open more doors for Hospice at Home.
In the year 2023, Hospice at Home is taking care of 598 patients, and it further takes care of their family members amounting to 3,727. For Eswatini TV, Mpendulo Kumbi with Vumingo Sinzinisa, Matsapa.
As we are already into the festive season, this is the time of the year where people celebrate and enjoy themselves in different ways, which include indulging in alcoholic beverages. The Health Promotion Officer in the Ministry of Health, Stumo Lukele, says drinking is detrimental to the health and well-being of those who take the substance, as well as those who interact with them.
The Health Promotion Officer Situmo Lukele says if it were according to the wishes of the Minister of Health, no one would be taking substances such as alcohol because of the negative effects they have on the human body.
And there are organs, very important organs, like the liver and the kidneys, which when one takes alcohol in large amounts, you find that those organs get damaged. And then this person is going to be affected by issues like sugar diabetes, issues like hypertension, which you would find that any person who would not have taken alcohol in that level would not be affected that way. There are other issues like mental challenges where you find that the person who takes alcohol suffers from poor judgment, suffers from poor coordination, where you would find that there are accidents that the person is predisposed to.
Lukele further explains that alcoholic beverages can cause addiction as the human body will demand more and more quantities to be consumed, leading to addiction. He also says at this stage, when one tries to stop, they will develop withdrawal symptoms. According to Lukele, the economy is also affected as addicts tend to sell household items to feed their habit, and also the state spends a lot of money once the addicts are on medication. Reporting, I'm Mbonga Dube with Temba Shabango in Babane.
The country's annual consumer price inflation rose to 5.0% in October 2023 from 3.5% in September 2023. The upsurge in prices was largely due to an increase in the price index for housing and utilities. This is according to the recent economic developments in October and November issued by the Central Bank of Eswatini.
In a report issued by the Central Bank of Eswatini shows that the price index for housing and utilities grew by 8.0% in October 2023 from 5.1% in the previous month. The report says the acceleration is largely attributed to an 8.2% year-on-year growth in housing rental cost. The report says there was also an uptick in food and transport inflation. The report says the food inflation rose slightly to 10.2% in October 2023. Within the food basket, an increase were mainly observed in the prices of rice, fresh milk, and other daily products, as well as fruits and vegetables. On another hand, transport inflation rebounded from 4 consecutive months of deflation to record growth of 0.3%. The report states that higher international oil prices coupled with depreciation of the local currency resulted in a 7.8% year-on-year increase in local fuel in October. The report continues to reveal that during the month of October 2023, Lilangeni exchange rate generally appreciated against major trading currencies. For Eswatini TV News, Sondomlangeni, Babane.
Eswatini TV has brought back comfort to the elderly people and Abseleni Umphakathi in the Shiseleni region. The television broadcaster has donated blankets to elderly victims of strong winds that destroyed structures at Abseleni, which happened 2 months ago.
Eswatini TV has brought a revival of joy for the elderly under Bulegeni Umphakathi. The broadcaster, supported by Her Royal Highness Magelang Kambule and the Red Cross, has donated blankets for the elderly. The senior communications officer for Eswatini TV, Nomcebo Malinga, narrates on the need they identified in the constituency.
Seeing TV njengoba sathi ukuthi sinemphathi babe Mlamuli Dlamini CEO wethu kanye ke naye inkosikazi Magelang Kambule ovele nje basume siledule ukuthi asisukume sithathe lokucane lesinako njengoba sifikile nje lapha besiphethe ingubo leting20 baningi labalinyalelwe la emphakathi baningi kakhulu lashiselweni nje lesibonile imithi impela ihambile iphephukile kuncane lesekuvetile.
The beneficiaries have expressed joy over the donation of blankets.
Lapha akukavami kwenteka lo kwentekile kodwa nje kuyakhombisa ukuthi inqubekela phambili iyaya nakulabanye futhi. Ngiyabonga kakhulu kulokwentekile.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu kulesigodi sakithi sasebulekeni. Kuthi sithole lento lenhle nje lesiva emaveni ukuthi maye batholile.
14 homesteads have benefited from the donation of blankets by Eswatini TV. For Eswatini TV News, I'm Thando Mdluli, Bulegeni.
And now we'll have a look at our financial indicators.
Standard Bank. It can be.
Moving on to sports, Tindwa Foundation handed over schools equipment to top 3 schools who outshined others in 2023 of the foundation schools calendar, both under boys and girls. KFC Eswatini, as the foundation title sponsor, have confirmed their commitment to the schools in next year's tournament.
The Tindwa Foundation, through the support of Eswatini KFC, managed to successfully stage under-15 boys and under-17 girls football tournament during the course of the year. KFC Eswatini have confirmed their commitment to their support even for the upcoming year.
The soccer boots that we're giving out are going to be used by more than one person, I'm sure. So we hope we've brought you the right quality so that they'll last. We look forward to next year. We will be sponsoring the tournament, the foundation again next year.
Founder of the foundation, Absalom Tindwa, says handing over the school equipment and involving youngsters in the game is one way of developing the game in the country.
Especially emakhokho sinikete abantwana ema-jezi besingakhoni kodwa ngoba lesponsor bethu incane. So kuthola iKFC kusinikete emaselo ukuthi manje sikwazi nalokuthi abantwana bagcoke emakhokho, sikwazi nabantwana njengoba niwabonile ama-jezi. Lokho kuyabakhuthaza abantwana, lokho kuyabanikeza abantwana ligumula ukuthi manje le nto esiyendayo imcoka kakhulu. So sijabulela ngilokho nabo head teacher, I'm sure umbile head teacher uthi manje khona la badlale khona, but uyabona ukuthi la ngilaba ngabenefita khona.
Eswatini School Sports Association have uploaded their 2 parties for the job well done so far.
Bonga kakhulu ukuxhaswa ngu-KFC abambisana naSkaratindwa Foundation. Siyafisa lokho ukuthi lo budlelwano lobo bungapheli ngoba labantwana noma ngabe usedolobheni noma ngabe usemakhaya bayefana. Tidzingo tabo tiyefana across. Timali sekwababede nalati ekolweni siyati ukuthi buswedi bukhona evene kude naleti mali noma abantwana bakhona ukhanza ukuthi abakabhadali.
Hlutse Primary is the eventual champions, followed by Ngoseni under the boys, while under girls Makosini came first, followed by Ngwane High, then third was Mzimba. Reporting for Eswatini TV Sports, I'm Linda Dlamini with parties of MCB, Matapa. International table tennis instructor has hailed the Kingdom of Eswatini for their commitment to ensuring that table tennis grows to its height in the country. This was during the ongoing 10-day table tennis coaches workshop in Mazini. Table tennis 10 days workshop through the support of International Table Tennis continues, where the facilitator, Keleboha Kitseng from Botswana, has commended the job done by Eswatini in trying to improve the sport.
The coaches that you see here, some of them, well, not some, all of them, they are part of the 9 that passed the course. So I believe the association is in the right track. We should give them the support that they need, be it financially, be it just motivation, bringing the kids to the training hall and affording them the time to train with the kids. So
the Eswatini Table Tennis Association Secretary General believes the workshop that was for the coaches will have a contribution to the sport.
Definitely iplan yethu nyalo the reason nje ukuthi sibe neyona le course ngokuthi sibe increase the pool of coaches that are available khona sikhona ukuthi siba deploy ke into the different regions, different schools. We're planning ngokuthi siqhubeke nokuthi deliver ema tables and introduce the sport kulamanye ema schools lawa interested in the sport and to actually sell the sport to other schools.
There was a chance for the coaches to also monitor the youngsters in the game. The workshop concludes on Wednesday with 8 coaches coming from the regions who have been certified as level-wide table tennis coaches. Reporting for Eswatini TV Sports, I'm Linda Dlamini, Mbabane. That's all for now. Before I go, here's a reminder of our top stories this evening. Their Majesties continue to lead the nation and regiment at the Little Inala Ceremony and Engabezweni residences, respectively. The Ministry of Home Affairs has assured the nation that the issuing of passports and travel documents will resume on Thursday, the 21st of December 2023. The Ministry of Agriculture's Director of Agriculture, Nelson Mavuso, urges farmers to plant seeds that take 3 months for crops to ripe. And with that, it's a wrap. Up next is the update from myself and the team. Many thanks for your company. Take care.
there was this sister of mine, Siswami umfana mamkhulu, who was doing fashion and fabrics. So lokafike kwangimotivate kakhulu ngayithanda lento batfunga tintfo tabo esikolweni ngalomnyaka, and then like ngeminyaka esikolweni bathi bangathunga bese ba parade ka assembly